So here we go. We got the Kevin Costner film, A Perfect World, right? It starts with him lying next to a mask. The boy is wearing that mask throughout half of the movie, I kid you not. Mask, mask, mask. They're doing trick or treat. The dollar has fallen. And you see the masks all over the movie, right? First line of Clint Eastwood is, oh, too bad it's election year, of course. Masks, election year, 2020, of course. But there's one thing I didn't tell you about this movie. He's sitting in the car, Costner, right? Sitting in the car with the boy wearing this mask. And he's saying to him, this is a time travel machine, this car, right? This is the good time now. It's going to be bad later. Yeah? Blatant hint about now onwards. Anyway, let's see what else we got. Yeah, got to do a masterclass on this. The first video I ever made back in 2013. I mean, I was commenting for a lot longer than that. I just began making videos quite late on, really. Anyway, it was on the 9/11 predictive programming in Beneath the Planet of the Apes, the second Planet of the Apes movie in 1969 with James Franciscus and Charlton Heston Blumenthal. And well, I rewatched it again, and of course it's perfect, it's clever. Not only have you got 9/11 above James Franciscus' head, and you've got these masked masons, robed masons, and he's standing on a checkerboard floor, and anyway, the black one, he says, all we have is illusion. Well, of course, it's all hoaxes, right? Yeah, of course, they've got illusion. So when he first comes across this guy, he's kneeling in front of the nuke, and he says, I reveal myself to my God, the nuke, right? And he takes off his mask. You see, they're all taking off their masks here, right? Yeah, masks. So the masks come before the nuke, the fake nuke on the West Coast. See, the timeline is perfect in this movie. They really did it well. Mask before nuke, all we have is illusion, hoaxes, right? So, yeah. And of course you see the broken off towers in there as well. And the upside down satanic Hebrew Kabbalah crosses and stuff. And the masks before the nuke. Before the nuke. 2222, before 311. Phase 2, then phase 3. What else we got? We're going back to the scene in Point Break, right? Good movie, clever movie. You got the Corona, which they usually use for Corona, right? But immediately afterwards, and I noticed this the other night, here we go. You got your masked president, but look, you got your Corona under the microscope. See? There it is. Catherine Bigelow's very, very subtle with her movies, with her predictive programming, Strange Days, etc. There you go. There's your Corona and your masks, and your dead presidents. Well, I'm not necessarily saying that they're going to pull a dead president hoax. They don't even need to, but we'll see. Gee, this is from another film I watched the other night, and I'm going to have to place it, which film it was, but look, there you go. Safety. Yeah, the one I want to do next is The Exorcist 2. That one is absolutely ram-packed full of predictive programming. Exorcist 1 has a little bit, Exorcist 2 is full, and Exorcist 3 has the blackout and 411. But I'll do that next. This is the most important screenshot I've ever taken of any series or movie ever, because it's the beginning of the Jericho series. Just before the boom and the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown and everything else and the red dawn, it's not just elect Boris Johnson, huh? It's re-elect. Okay, that's nice. Emerald green for Seattle. Re-elect. There's only one re-election date of an unpopular president, and that's coming up on November the 3rd. Re-elect. You see, I covered that before. I covered, oh yeah, there's an election in Jericho, but it's actually a re-election as well. Back to Joni Rotten's buses, she's right. And Blessing also, she came up with this one as well, because I spotted it again. I'm rewatching the whole series again, because Jericho is definitely the best series ever made. If you haven't seen it, you've got to see it. It's also got the most predictive programming of anything ever. You have to see this series, Jericho 1 and 2, and the third one is called Civil War. Came out as a comic. Anyway, the boom. The school bus gets blown to the side, and also a prison bus as well. And this is the red dawn at exactly the point where they blow it up. And that robe thing that you see as she hangs up the robe, it's backwards. I can't believe they've actually worked it out so that they show the rogue boomer by putting up this banner backwards. Anyway, here's Boris Johnson green, emerald green, and look, the balloon is up. Imminent attack, imminent war. 2 pictures of balloons, just as the boom goes off, from the west, as he says, and as he falls down off the flue. I mean, it's all there. There's just a picture of the blackout. And then on the next episode, second episode, 411 number plate, blackout. Right, hold on. Here you go. 411 number plate. November the 4th of November. This is the second disc, I think. Here you go. Federal response, 9/11. Long live the mayor, and Rogue Boomer River. And of course it's the Tacoma Bridge, Seattle. Seattle's mentioned twice when they talk about the nukes going off. The only city that's mentioned twice is Seattle. Then you see the Space Needle. Oh, it just goes on and on and on. And then there's safe, secure, isolate, flu, Mayor Johnson being brought down by the flu. I've got my my notes here. In fact, I better get my notes out. So there you go. If you haven't seen this series, you have to. You just simply have to. Right, so yeah, Johnson Green fell by the flu. Then the line, we had to isolate him. Yeah, right. Self-isolate. The black guy is called Mr. Hawkins. Well, that's Seattle Seahawks. And the girl says, go to the big house at the top of the Pines. The place beyond the Pines, the Ferris wheel, the Pike Place Market. The guy's in the salt mine. He says, I can't breathe, twice, yeah. There's the line, the shelter's secure. Because, episode 3 starts with a mask, and then it says the shelter's secure. So you got the flu, you got the Hudson River virus. Then there's a line later on, a lot easier to pacify a country when its citizens can't shoot back. Then there's the line, what's phase 3? And then, as of 11 AM tomorrow. And then the final line of the second series is the next American Civil War. Oh, here we go. It's Jericho, right? It's both first 2 seasons. What else we got? Yeah, the Macarena is mentioned, and yes, the Macarena was brought back out at the beginning of 2020, which is of course January the 22nd, 2020, the launch of this fake virus. And then they ask how many people they've lost. Oh, we've lost 20. Sorry, 220. Bingo, you got January the 22nd, 2020 there. Final episode says move to phase 3. Now, of course, you have to watch the episode the day before, it's called. It starts with the Space Needle next to the water. There's a Corona beer bottle right next to Skeet Ulrich. He mentions Orwell and Chicago. Stinger missile. You see Notre Dame mentioned. And the line, we'll book one for Italy too. Well, of course, Italy was supposed to be the first place to get this fake virus. As in the Asterix book, when Asterix goes to Italy, and it says for your safety, yeah, on the sign, safe and secure, bollocks. Northwest power grid beyond repair. Lots of blackouts in this. What else? Something else? Yeah, there's tons more. Yeah, the girl counts down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 as the boom goes off. So you've got your 5 phases. I've just watched a bit of Enola Gay. No, not Enola Gay. Enola Holmes with that Stranger Things girl. And well, of course, that's Enola Gay reference, nuke reference, and she mentions phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5 in this historical Holmes movie. Yeah, it looks like the explosion came from the west. Yes, yes. There's no fallout in the Fallout episode and the Four Horsemen episode afterwards. There is no fallout, which proves that it's fake. It's, you know, it's an HOAX. It's not that. It's a boom, but it's not radiological on November the 3rd. Chaos out there, and another line, we're being blacked out. Yeah, it just goes on and on, but the point is, if someone says to you, oh, you know, it's just this, it's just this fake virus control and Talmudic divide and conquer operation for 2029, it's not, because all the predictive programming has all the other things in it, right? Blackout, nuke from the west, followed by blackout, 4/11, civil war. Well, of course, it's the last line of it in the second series, and it's the name of the third series, which came out as a comic, Jericho's Civil War. American Civil War. That's what Skeet Ulrich says. The next American Civil War. So if you think that these next 3 phases, the West Coast boom, the blackout, and the second American Civil War, are not going to be conducted at some near future date, like November 3rd, November 4th onwards, then I think you'll find that you're wrong, because it's all there, and it's all going according to plan. Phase 1, the fires went off on 118, just like it said it would. Phase 2 went off on January 22nd, 2020, just like it said it would. It's claimed as a pandemic on 3/11. Then you've got the next 3/11, 3/11 to 3/11. Yeah, the 3rd of November. The re-election. Yeah, go there again. Yeah. Re-elect. Very first thing you see in the whole series. There's your date, and there's your emerald green city.